Once you've found the right candidate to fill your vacant position, it's time to check their references. This is one of the smallest but most important parts of the hiring process. But what are the best questions to ask? How specific should you be? And are there things you're not allowed to ask under privacy laws? Here's how to get the best information about an applicant, so you can feel confident about making the right hiring decision. Be transparent and upfront. Let your candidate know that you're going to check their references and ask for at least one and ideally two. If you'd like to talk to someone specific, for example, their current employer, discuss this with your applicant. People often won't want you to speak to their employer until they have confirmed the job offer. And if they don't give you a past employer that you want to speak to, ask them why. It may reveal more about the candidate and their work history. For some roles, you might also want to speak to a former colleague to get a better idea of how they work in a team. Note that you need the applicant's consent before talking or speaking to anyone about them, or you're breaching the Privacy Act. Preparation before the call. The applicant should let their referees know to expect a call from you. But you may want to arrange a specific time to talk with them so that you both have enough time set aside for an in-depth conversation. Before you phone the referee, check with your colleagues. Did anyone else on your team interview the applicant? Check whether there's anything else they want to know about them and let this help guide the questions you ask. Calling the referee. To get the best information possible, try not to be too formal. Approach it like you're having a casual conversation, not conducting a regular interview. Try to establish a rapport before you start asking questions. Tell them what you like about the applicant and give an overview of the role and responsibilities you're considering for them. Have some questions prepared that you want to ask, but don't be afraid to let the conversation stray outside of them. This is when you can get some of the best information. What to ask? Before getting into the more detailed questions, you may want to start off by confirming that the applicant's employment dates, job title, and responsibilities match what is in their CV or discussed at the interview. Then, ask open-ended specific questions. For example, what are Lisa's time management skills? Not, tell me all about Lisa. You can also ask for examples of a time when the applicant did something like lead a project or deal with a problem. Here are some example questions to ask a referee. What were their biggest achievements at work? What are they really good at? What are their areas for improvement? What were their relationships like within the team, with people reporting to them or with wider stakeholders? What types of stresses existed in their position and how did they handle it? How much supervision did they need? What management style works best for them? Were there any issues or concerns like lateness? Would you hire them again? Why? Finally, make sure to stay focused on the skills and experience required for the job to avoid any issues about privacy and discrimination. Make sure you don't ask about things like race or ethnic background, age, disability, sexual orientation, or family situation.